DLive. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the Abyss. Today, we won't be playing anything. I'm actually in the process of moving. Yay! Not only that, my friends are in the process of moving. Yay! What does that mean for everybody? Well, it means life is hectic, and I only have my desk and desktop left in my room. Well, at my work stuff. But my roommate is completely out of here. He's in his new place. And my other friend, who was in an apartment, is now in his new place with his wife. So I helped both of them move. I'm extremely sore. I also packed up most of my stuff, and I'll be moving next week. Yay! So what does that mean for us and the stream and all of you wonderful people? Am I live? Did I die? It says I'm still streaming, but one of my things just buffered. Hopefully y'all are still seeing this. But I'm gonna just basically I wanted to go live and let everyone know, kind of have a mental just, I don't know what the right word is, spiel about what my plans are, how this affects my daily streaming. Also explain why am I streaming at like 7:30 and ending at like 9 o'clock. I honestly think I'm gonna just switch to this while I'm talking. Ooh, more fancy things. I honestly think that, where's my Spotify? Wait, what? There we go. I think that my future plans at this point is to change my stream schedule. And to what? I don't really know. That's the honest answer. Also, I know my internet is taking a dump on itself for some reason. It's been doing this all day today. I probably bumped it and did something to it. I don't know. But I think Fridays are still a go. I'm going to be doing Fridays with Rabbit Hat Plays, playing some Metroid Dread. That's still going to happen. But I don't think I'll be doing my normal Monday through Thursday. And I truly do apologize. I apologize for that. I just don't think that I can maintain working out, working, and streaming consistently on a day-by-day basis. I plan to sleep like an old man during the week and then party on the weekends. So what does that mean for stream schedule? Saturday. I'm planning to stream Saturdays. I'm going to do mega streams if I can. If not, I will send a tweet out about it and do a mini stream. Sundays, I also plan to do I think right now the plan is 4 to 7 or 4 to 6, something like that. And on Saturday, it's going to be something more along the lines of hopefully like 12 to 8 or 9. So super long stream Saturday. If you do the math, I normally do about 6 hours total during the week. So this Saturday stream, I'm planning to do at least 6 hours consistently as I'm doing this whole moving process. But I don't close till like the 28th, which means I can't actually go to my new place until the 28th of October. So, yeah, that's where I sit. That's why things have been just all over the place. I do apologize once again for that, but Yeah, that's what it is. I'm also going to be trying, depending upon how into it I get with my rant tonight. I plan to try to end this stream kind of short, like 9:30 my time EST. So like another 30 minutes or so. But you know me and Overwatch. It may not go that well. So I'm gonna transition on over to um, this. I found this thing. I found a thing called Tier Maker. Um, I know I'm not the one to discover this or anything. I There's plenty of people who've done this as well, but I made a list. I made a list of 5 things I wanted to talk about. Um, and I wanted to preface this 5 things for both Overwatch 2 and Overwatch. Um, how do I say this? I want to preface it by the current community standards that I've seen. Like, the reason why I figured this would be a great time to do this kind of talk is because I've been seeing a lot of Overwatch 2 speculation and and judgments predicated on some people's reactions, cough cough XQC, um, as well as the pro gameplay, as well as the pro teams playing each other, and the pros giving their thoughts post game, um, and then people talking about that, like, you know, Stylosa, SVB, Flats, the Fran, missing someone from Play Overwatch, Frito, all the normal people that you get recommended for whatever reason, and there was just a couple of things that I felt like needed to be addressed that were bigger. Saying, you know, basically the things that we've all complained about probably at one point in our life about the game, that other games do amazing and Overwatch just does poorly. So I have this all set up. Probably would have been better to hold this and reveal it when I actually started making tier lists. But I would say the number, like, one thing that I wanted to do here is sort of bring up old concerns, isn't the right word, just old arguments that were never really properly addressed, except for, we'll give it time, you know, they just need more time. And I feel like we've given them enough time to kind of see what kind of trends happen, and some of them are a little bit concerning in my opinion, and I haven't really seen anyone talk about it. And maybe it's because I'm an idiot, you know, maybe that's the case. And I would love to talk to someone else who thinks that way, because I would love to know what the thought process is going in to that, would be going into it, saying that that's, you know, not a correct statement. And so, for example, I think we can all just agree about the hero balancing. No one's, you know, kept quiet about that one, but I feel like that's like number one. But I wanted to get more specific. What BS things about hero balancing is it? And I'm going to go back to my old motto. Everyone, I've said this 100 times at this point. It feels like it's the developers wanting to make a game with heroes that are fun to play and fun to play against, but they focus more on the fun to play side of things. That's why Doomfist exists. That's why Widowmaker exists. That's why Brig exists, really. That's why Sombra's new, you know, released form exists. That is the number one thought process when it comes to a lot of these, you know, abilities And ultimately, I think it also boils down to a simpler division, which is competitive gaming. Currently, as far as I'm aware, and feel free to let me know if I'm wrong on this. I will be totally happy and totally fine if someone can convince me otherwise. But there's only two main genres in hyper competitive gameplay. Three technically. You've got MOBAs, you've got first person shooters, and then maybe card games. Those are like the three big ones that I know of, at the very least. And I do mean like video games, like Hearthstone, yes, very big. League of Legends, very big. Dota, very big. CS:GO, big. Valorant, getting there. Call of Duty, fairly big, not the biggest. Overwatch, fairly big. But there are, in my opinion, from playing various types of games relatively briefly at not a very high level, they can be relatively simply broken into two types of categories: the simple games and the complicated games. First person shooters, at their core, they're simple. Get a gun, see the enemy, kill the enemy. Whoever kills more of the enemy than their team dying wins, or kills more of the enemy and then plants and then waits out the timer, they still win. That's it. That's the objectives. That's how you win. You know, there's baits and there's flashes and there's unique interacting like components of the game, but ultimately that is like, it usually boils down to someone shooting someone and then they're dead. MOBAs aren't that simple. MOBAs have layers and layers of complexity, and they have various roles, and each role is good at doing a specific thing. And they, in like, for example, let's just take the biggest one, League. There's 5 different roles, really. You've got your tank, you got your mage, you got your ADC, your support, and your jungler. And the beauty of it is they all basically do, like, they have a defined thing to do, but you can pick basically anyone and put them into any of the roles. The complicated part comes when, you know, some heroes are obviously better at certain roles, and then you have cards you have to buy that will increase specific things about your character. Then, you know, there's timing, and there's no aiming, really. Your basic attack is automatically going to hit. So things like McCree doing a bunch of damage wouldn't be an issue because he just land all 3 headshots every time. Ana landing the nade or the sleep dart wouldn't be an issue because she would just, you know, but now don't get me wrong, there's skill shots in the game, right? There's different routes, and there's, you know, if you have a route, then they have an emo. There's a lot of interactions. There's a heavy amount of complexity in that game. Overwatch is a shooter that's trying to be as complex as a MOBA. And because even at the end of the day, the C9's a thing because people go for kills like it's a shooter and then forget the objective. That is happened multiple times. Like even the reverse where you get a back cap, which is also C9. That is people forgetting the objective. It's like pushing the core together while leaving the minion wave to destroy your core. Like, it could work, I guess, but not if there's a Sombra who's just chilling behind waiting for you to push up just enough to not be able to contest. Like, that is a decent portion of Overwatch. So how do you rectify that? In my opinion, I think the complexity actually works out, and it's a fine balance. The issue comes, I hate to say it, but with the DLC characters, that it's a very derogatory way to put that, I guess. But they got too unique. There's too many heroes that do unique things that every single time they add a hero, it's this compounded it's like compound interest. Every new hero that has unique interactions causes a chain where they have to have a unique interaction with every single hero, more or less. And the more heroes there are, the more new unique interactions every player needs to learn. So that's going to be kind of the crux of my first stuff, I think. Well, it's hard because my 5 things are more specific than that, but that was something I just kind of wanted to preface a lot of this stuff with. There's a lot that goes into it, and it's sort of like how some people I've talked to, or not talked to, that I've watched. It's been a long 2 weeks. I apologize. I've watched some people, like Frito was pointing out, how there's just seems to be more and more things that removing one tank seems to affect. Oh, healers are gonna be in trouble because double sniper has one less barrier, and if you choose Diva or Hog or Zarya, well, you just can't peek your head. Well, okay, yeah, but the inverse is also true. Widow has less protection, and if you get a Widow, then, you can dive on them, or you can dive them easier, but also the supports have less targets, or beefy targets, diving them. They don't need to peek out as much. Also, role passives, that's a thing where, as Frito was pointing out, I saw in a video earlier today, they got, supports got the golden one. Tanks have, just to recap, tanks have a role passive of reduced knockback and ult generation when damaged. The ult generation when